Now, what do I mean by an asset? Well, it's an accounting financial term, and it basically means an item of property that you own and which you generally acquire in the expectation of it generating future income. So it might be a company that you buy if you're a big player, or it might be some equipment that you invest in for your business. It might be, well, let me get some slides up because I'll show you a couple of distinctions. Okay, so in terms of assets, if you go and see your accountant or your financial advisor, they will talk about probably two different types of asset. You have a tangible asset, which is, I don't know, a building or a factory or some equipment that goes into it. And stuff like intangible assets, which is things like copyrights, trademarks, software, stocks and shares if you're trading. Now, I'm not here to talk about either of those categories today. Newsflash, this is not financial advice. Don't take financial advice from a poet, even Shakespeare. But what I want to talk about today is a special category of assets that I believe that you and I can create out of thin air, and that is creative assets. And to illustrate what I mean by these, I'd like to talk about the case of a big star, somebody like on the level of Stephen King or Kate Bush or Neil Gaiman, or whoever is at the top of the tree of your own artistic field, creative field, or field of expertise. This is somebody who, so as a thought experiment, imagine waking up and you are Stephen King or Kate Bush or whoever your favorite star may be. Are you worried about where your next gig is coming from, or your next paycheck, or your next exciting opportunity? No, of course you're not. But why not? Now, on one level, the answer is obvious because you're Stephen King or Kate Bush or J.K. Rowling or whoever it may be. But if we dig a little deeper, it's not because these people there's something intrinsically magical about them. I mean, maybe there is from a creative point of view, but we're talking today about career and opportunity. They're not the royal family. They weren't born into wealth and privilege. They worked their way up. And if you look at their career, I would argue they have been very, either consciously or unconsciously, they have been very clever and strategic at creating the right kind of assets. That means they're never lying awake at night worried about what cousin George is doing or where their next paycheck is coming from.